and everything that it delineates. And apparently now she's scamming niggas with some type of Hawk Tuah coin or something. But
no, go back. And spit on that thing we trust. Shock? Huh? This is crazy, man. And it's supposed to be in God we trust. How you gonna just be like, nah, forget that. It's all about her. What's up, guys? The NTO here, and today we have a video called Things We Gotta Leave in 2024. Everything. Just everything. We gotta leave that Hawk Tuah. We gotta leave that skibbity toilet. We gotta leave, I don't know. Just leave everything that you were back in 2024 and be better in 2025. That's all I gotta say. Don't even. Just don't. Don't. I feel like every year it's gonna be something new we gotta leave back in the previous year. 2026, what we gotta leave in 2025. 2027, what we gotta leave in 2026. It's gonna happen. I already know it. This year, I mean, it's already starting off crazy. But without further ado, let's get right into it.
I'm the only person who feels like 2024 was literally just a filler year. Seriously, bro, 2024 had more filler than Kylie Jenner's lips. It feels like so much happened, but yet at the same time, nothing happened at all. But with all that being said, there was still an agglomeration of disgraceful and ignoble trends, people, and overall incidents that need to be abandoned.
What is that?
Like Toy Story 2. But hopefully 2025 will be a more sagacious year for everybody. But considering the first initials of the year are W.
We say that all the time. Every year we say that. WTF.
I don't really know how to feel. So today, we'll be discussing some of the most wretched and fatuous individuals and fixations that need to be left in 2024.
Okay.
Comment down below some things that need to be left in 2024, and like, subscribe if you're new. The first thing I want to talk about is this godforsaken Hawk Tuah meme.
Hey, I was right.
When I first heard about this meme, I thought it was the name of some new bounty hunter in Star Wars or something. Little did I know the meme spawned from a public interview in which a woman named Haley Welch was asked about a move that makes a man go crazy in bed. She then proceeded to utter the very words that haunt my dreams to this day. You gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. It's kind of ironic how she said that move makes a man go crazy, and that's exactly what this Hawk Tuah shit has been doing. This pestiferous phrase has been driving me up a wall like a fucking stair lift. We really live in an age where it's so easy to go viral, bro. Like, I understand the meme actually has some type of comedic value, but every time I see or hear something about Hawk Tuah, my face becomes staler than a bowl of croutons. It's stuff like this that really starts to make me feel old, because I don't see how this is jocular in any way, shape, or form. But the next thing I know, Haley Welch is the second coming of Danielle Bregoli. Actually, scratch that, because at least she gave us a timeless classic in Gucci flip-flops. All this ranking individual gave us some dumbass Hawk Tuah podcast. She was really milking this situation like a dairy cow. You give someone—
We didn't even know who she was. All she did was say a word, and we all went through with it. And then she made a podcast based off of that word. We don't even know who she really is. All we know is that she said a word. I hope this isn't true, but like, for example, she could have just said that word. She could have been a freaking killer for all I know. You never know.
And they take a light year. She came in this bitch and became a slightly more bearable version of Bobby Althoff. This girl made a blowjob joke and is taking the world by storm. She's not just an industry plant, she's an industry
Anybody can do that.
Podcast,
so why is she
person questioning how after like a month
I think it's because of her accent. Like the country
became the third most popular podcast in the United States. I'm not trying to sound like I'm hating, but most of those how after like a month it became the third most
right above Candace. That's crazy.
Popular podcast in the United States. I'm not trying to sound like I'm hating, but most of those podcast viewers got more boss than the entire Transformers series. And then she got the nerve to say she doesn't want to be known as a Hawk Tuah girl. Holy mackerel, Batman, who's gonna tell her? She's gonna be stuck with that Hawk Tuah shit longer than Chowder was stuck with Panini. Every time someone sees her, they're immediately gonna think of that clip and everything that it delineates. And apparently now she's scamming niggas with some type of Hawk Tuah coin or something. But
no, go back. And spit on that thing we trust. Shock? Huh? This is crazy, man. And it's supposed to be in God we trust. How you gonna just be like, nah, forget that. It's all about her. Can somebody help me? I don't.
If you're investing your hard-earned money into a fucking blowjob coin, you deserve whatever happens to you. But let us commence forth to the next topic, which are crumble cookies. Now, prior to me trying these,
I heard about crumble cookies. Are they actually?
I'd always thought these weak-ass sugar cookies
are they actually
were the most overrated cookies in the history of mankind. But I think it's fair to say that crumble cookies have snatched their chain like Devo and Friday. Now, don't get me misinterpreted. I would say that I have a decently sized sweet tooth, but the amount of sugar that's in those cookies should be a prosecutable offense. And before people come in the comments talking about it's a cookie, it's supposed to be sweet. That's the point of a dessert. My nigga, I prefer not to feel my blood sugar levels rising higher than my local gas prices. I can feel the diabetes fabricating with every bite. And like I said earlier, I don't mind when some food is sweet, but when the sugar is just dominating every other flavor like 2000 Shaq, that's when it becomes a problem for me. Not to mention the fact that you have to pay some deposit for one of these things. I understand if they give you these Dave Blunt sized cookies, but maybe I'm just a cheapskate. And am I the only person who doesn't like how underdone these cookies feel? I remember back in middle school we had this concession stand you could buy cookies from, and I kid you not, those cookies literally felt like you were eating slime, bro. No bullshit. These cookies were more raw than Liver King's diet, and that's exactly what those crumble cookies reminded me of. It felt like I'd been to that synthetic Krabby Patty from SpongeBob, bro. And then I'm constantly seeing people buying these cookies in bulk like they're hauling cargo or something. Crumble cookies kind of remind me of Julius Fooly's Random.
I like the style.
When you first look at them, you think they perform exquisitely. On the outside, you think they'd be good at their job. You know what I'm saying? Julius Randle looks like he's supposed to be good at the sport of basketball. But then when you actually start paying attention, realize the nigga's just a 6'9" funny Marco, you start to feel dismayed. Now we gotta talk about some of the most perplexing slang that was being used in 2024.
Oh no.
The first word I want to talk about is aura. aura. I don't remember the last time a word was so overused by the general public. I'm not even sure if I know what the word.
The only time I heard of aura was in Dragon Ball, when the freaking aura goes up. God aura, the evil aura.
Aura means anymore, bro. Ironically, the word aura
Divine
is losing its
energy.
aura. Niggas be trying to treat aura like it's a credit score or something. Minus 2,000 aura. Or, bro, you just lost so much aura right there, and your mother's about to lose a child in the next couple seconds. And it gets even worse when I hear people using this fatuous lingo in real life. It's one thing to use these words on the internet, but to bring it into the terrestrial world is very gooberish. This word became so mainstream, it's ridiculous.
People always use it in real life.
We had niggas doing aura March Madness brackets comparing Beyonce and Adolf Hitler. Aura is the only thing that can bring Duke Dennis, Osama Bin Laden, and LeBron James to the same conversation. Aura was actually a pretty effective word, and what really pains me is the fact that with a brain rot TikTok word. The next word I want to talk about is unk. Now this one.
Do I got aura? I'm kidding. I probably do to some people. I don't know. I don't even care.
Hits home for me because as a representative of the African American Association, it's a shame to see how this word has been dragged more than RuPaul in the 90s. The word unk has been passed around like a joint at a music festival, bro. From my knowledge, unk was used to describe an older person, usually someone melanated, as a term of endearment. But now anybody over the age of like 18 is getting called unk. I've seen Korean girls get called unk. Like at this point, y'all just be saying words for shits and giggles. I'm so tired of these.
I'm actually an unk. I got like 20 nieces and nephews. You think I'm joking? I'm actually dead serious. I think we just had some twins like last year. Stop having kids. They keep piling up. I've been an unk since I was 8.
Gen Alpha squeakers who were born when Fortnite came out acting like everybody's so old. I can understand if I was like 20 years older than you, but these niggas be 6 years younger than me calling me unk. My nigga, we're gonna be in the same retirement home. Chill out. The internet has really got people tricked into thinking that your life is halfway over once you hit 20. The next term that I want to talk about is crash out. Now, as far as I was concerned, crashing
I've been using that word a lot lately. I'm about to go in crash out mode. I'm about to just go.
out was when someone would lose their mind or just do something stupid in general. Now niggas just use the term to describe anybody
That's mostly a lot of anime
discontent.
characters.
I blame all you TikTok rugrats for ravaging these terms and expressions. Motherfuckers will say, I'm about to crash out, and go, I don't care if you broke your elbow. Nigga, sit your lame ass down somewhere. I don't know about y'all, but the word.
No, cause watching Sala, that's where I got a lot of those words from. I didn't know what all this stuff is until I started watching him a lot. He be saying crash out, chopped, what's that other word? Glazed, and a few other words. I'm like, I ain't saw none of those words until I started watching him.
Hey dog, stop yapping and show us your meat, or I'm gonna crash out.
Crash outs become cornier than some low tech. Plus, some of y'all don't even be using the words in the right context. I remember once I was at the library and I heard this woman who looked like she was between the ages of 22 to 25 say to her friend, I forgot to renew this book. This is so crashed out. I almost called the police to report a hate crime, bro. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. But anywhoosies, glaze has to be one of the most overused words of all time.
Glaze.
You can't give anybody a compliment or show any type of admiration without someone saying that you're glazing. I could be at the movie theater and when it finishes say, damn, that was a good movie. And niggas will turn their head at a sharp 45-degree angle and tell me to stop glazing. Nowadays, you can't even give somebody their flowers without someone claiming that you're glazing. And don't get me wrong, I've been on record using that word before, but only when it's immensely obligatory. Almost as a last resort, if you will. But now I get the bubbly guts anytime I catch myself using that word because all the flab doodle I've been hearing. Twin is also a word that needs to.
Sometimes I glaze people so much I feel like I should be working at Dunkin' Donuts. I can't help it sometimes. They be looking so good. I'm like, gang, why do you look so good? Like Jaden Smith. What is up with my obsession in Jaden Smith?
To be abolished from the English vernacular.
It's a problem.
Motherfuckers look like Popeye Jones and got the nerve to try and call me twin. That shit is damn near worse than being called a slur, bro. Some other words are spanned more than my
email. If you call twin by somebody unattractive.
YN type shit and cook and or cooked and or let him cook. People sometimes ask me why I speak with such articulate words. The real reason is so that you
cooked, chopped, glazed, and crash out. I didn't know what those 4 were until I started watching him.
Hey dog.
Butt muffins can't ruin my life.
Man.
I'm 99% sure I'll never hear the word indispensable trending on TikTok, bro. Can we also leave Ice Spice in 2024? I'm tired of seeing this bougie ass Lee Kanker always in the news, bro. Because let's just keep it a bean. She mainly blew up because of her shapely figure and looks. Because y'all know damn well if Ice Spice was walking around this bitch looking like Amy Schumer and was rapping about poop and butt and Pampers and shit, she wouldn't be a quarter of the celebrity she is now.
She doesn't.
With all due respect, of course. She steady be putting out these one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish ass songs that are constantly tainting my hearing. And then her main asset, no pun intended, has been diminishing at an appalling rate. Gone. Reduced to atoms. The ice seems to be melting. And then she got the nerve to post these weak ass workout routines like we was gonna fall for that shit.
I mean,
we know that Ozempic is working overtime on her ass, bro. So when you combine the fact that her music is the audio version of E. coli and her sex appeal that people were fawning over has vanished like Harry Houdini, you get a whole bunch of people changing up on her. And I'm not even gonna go too deep into the Ice Spice story because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know much about it, but apparently she was mistreating her friend when she brought her on tour with her or something. But she seems like a very puzzling individual. It's almost like she's an NPC. Better yet, she's like an animatronic whose only programmed to work. It's like her defense mechanism, bro. Not to mention the fact that her birthday is January 1st, 2000. Literally the most default birthday of all time. She really just spawned in this bitch, bro. But when you live in a world where sex sells to the most outrageous extremes, you can have someone like Ice Spice blow up overnight. But speaking of trash artists, can we talk about the fake ass Syndrome / Edward Scissorhands hybrid, aka JoJo Siwa? She really tried to have some super villain ass comeback, bro. Talking about I was a bad girl, I did some bad things. My nigga, you was selling bows, unicorns, and tutus and shit. Nobody's falling for this boneheaded gimmick. It's kind of hard to portray this bad girl shtick when people literally saw you.
Why she go down the demonic route? Why do I digress?
And then the dance that comes exclusively with this song gives me ulcers and inflammatory pain. Just look at this whore and here's a who ass dance she doing, bro. She really is just a female Jacob Sagittarius or whatever his name is. Someone else.
Now Jacob Sartorius, he was cool though. Remember Sweatshirt back in like 2015 or something? something, and he had like 60-some million views on that video. He was like what, like 13, 14? Yo, everybody was talking about that video. Now with Jacob, I think he's still doing his thing. He mostly be making his own music and stuff. I'm glad he ain't like her though.
So needs to be left in 2024 is Jack Doherty. I genuinely don't think I've
leave
ever met
him.
someone
Yeah,
that
leave
I've
him
never
back
met that I want to punch in the face so bad before. I think I talked about this
he's
ass
only hurt
in my
himself.
last installment of this series, but this motherfucker continues to make my blood boil. I don't think people realize how wickedly insane it is to crash your Splatoon themed car and nearly kill you and your friend for views. We've seen some desperate and asinine.
And it's so bad too. Like if I got a friend in the car and I crash it, my first thought is like, yo, is my friend okay? Because I care about people a lot. So I'm like, yo, is my friend alright? You know, is this family member alright? Is something? Why is my first thought if the car's okay? You got money, you can buy another one. You can't buy another of the same friend. And when he's gone, he's gone. It makes no sense.
Things done for attention and clout, but this was a new low. And instead of, you know, making sure his friend wasn't fucking dying, he made him get this extra close-up 4K HD footage of the damage. If I was his friend, I would have sued this nigga quicker than Drake sued UMG. Now, I'm not
It's not
wishing
that
death or
important,
anything
man. It's
upon this
people.
loser, but
People
I'm a
are
firm
important.
believer in karma and that everything you put out into this world will come back to you, good or bad. The next thing that we should leave in 2024 should come as a surprise to absolutely no one. These fucking jetpack fuel canisters and niggas are sucking on are straight crack brain. I was so confused when I seen people inhaling gas out these XXL vape pens. There's no way y'all are getting y'all fix from baking supplies, bro. And have y'all heard some of the side effects of nitrous oxide, bro? Allow me, dizziness and lightheadedness, nausea and vomit,
their voice get
headaches
deep.
and confusion, impaired motor coordination,
Death.
shortness of breath and chest pain,
Death.
numbness or tingling in hands and feet,
Death.
memory loss and difficulty concentrating,
Death.
damage to nerve and brain cells, heart irregularities and blood pressure change.
He naming a bunch like they freaking quirks. This ain't My Hero Academia. He's naming like they quirks like All for One was. Remember back in season 3?
Spring-like limbs, kinetic booster times 4, strength enhancer times 3, multiplier, hypertrophy, rivets, airwalk, spear-like booms.
Frostbite or burns around the nose, lips, or throat. Like at that point, you might as well start smoking cigarettes,
stockpile.
bro. And to make matters worse, you had motherfuckers using these things on school grounds. 2024 is supposed to have flying cars. Instead, we have nincompoops sucking on galaxy gas like newborns suck from their mother's breast. And I don't know if there was some EDP disease going around last year, but it seems like that shit was affecting 1 in every 10 niggas last year. Drake, that Chris nigga from AMP, the other Chris from the Mr. Beast multiverse. You had Dr. Diddy Spec, that other kick streamer who was talking spicy to fetuses, Cody Cole, and obviously the ringleader
gotta leave
Sean
that back
Combs
in
himself.
2024.
How hard is it not to fuck with kids?
But it's
This is why
funny.
I only approach cougars. If her skin don't got more wrinkles than Albert Einstein's brain, then she ain't for me, bro.
What?
But I think it's gonna wrap everything up for this video, man. Comment down below some things we should leave in 2024.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Did clout mess your head up that much? Like, why would I ever let it get to me like that? That's stupid. I don't know. And all the other stuff was crazy too. We gotta leave that back in 2024. A lot. I might not leave those other catchphrases like glazed and stuff like that. But you know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Keep it chill, and until next time, peace out.